exciting World Wrestling Federation action just moments away. By the way, the War Memorial in Syracuse this Tuesday night, August the 27th. The World Wrestling Federation will be here in town. I've got Brutus Beefcake standing by. I'm going to be talking about his big upcoming bout. However, I should point out the Junkyard Dog here in Syracuse to meet Cowboy Bob Orton. Killer Bees on the card. Brunzell and Blair taking on parts of the Hart Foundation. Bret the Hitman Hart, Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Veteran Pedro Morales goes against Tiger Chung Lee. Quick Draw Rick McGraw to meet Randy Macho Man Savage. And Leapin' Lanny Poffo goes against the veteran Rene Goulet from Nice, France. Come on in, if you would, to Brutus Beefcake. Where in the world is luscious Johnny Valiant this week?
You know, Johnny, due to the overwhelming request for my presence, is having to do double time in the office to get all these things together.
Doing a lot of paperwork, I would imagine.
That's
telephone
right.
calls.
We are up to our end paperwork, you know. As is Elmer up to his, in that, how should we say, pigsty he lives in?
Well, I don't know where you're talking about. I don't know where this is, but on Uncle Elmer, you're just about right. It's just about that high.
That's about right to his chin. You know, Uncle Elmer, you're a man who's coming into the WWF with nothing but a big fat belly in front of you. You have no credentials. You have no right to step in the ring with a man such as myself, who's beating everybody he's come against.
Well, wait a minute. There's motivation. There's incentive. It was you, as you recall, and Johnny Valiant that put Hillbilly Jim, kin to Uncle Elmer, out of wrestling.
Yes, I have a song for it. We're so sorry, Uncle Elmer.
Oh, please, give me a break.
Maybe we'll break your
War Memorial, Syracuse, this Tuesday night. Special interview. All right, fans, stay tuned. We're going to get you back up into the ring in just a moment or two for more exciting World Wrestling Federation action. This Tuesday night, here in Syracuse, at the War Memorial, the World Wrestling Federation is coming to town, the Onondaga County War Memorial. And what a card, Uncle Elmer to meet Brutus Beefcake. Killer Bees on the card to meet the Hart Foundation. And my guest at this time, the pride and joy of the Southland. You can hear the chains are rattling. Junkyard Dog, it's going to be Cowboy Bob Orton this coming Tuesday night.
You know, I think the man above in the big house up there to give me having strength to be here this morning and my little old girl. But then when I look at this card, I see a man like Cowboy Bob Orton. What a man to be reckoned with. But see, then again, you got to look behind your back all the time because Roddy Piper's always somewhere
Well,
around.
you know that better than anybody else. This guy can come out of left field.
The ace worked for the man. You know, he worked for the man. He take care of the man's back. The man look after him. But that's not only because you got Brutus Beefcake against Uncle Elmer. The Harts against the Bees. And who's that? Kistner? Who's that?
The who?
Kistner or somebody. Is there somebody new who's around here?
Well, there's a gentleman by the name of Corporal Kirshner. Unfortunately, he's not going to be in Syracuse this Tuesday night, but he is a newcomer in the World Wrestling
Federation. I'm always looking behind him.
He's going to be coming to town shortly.
Oh, yeah, and then you got McGraw and Savage. There's another nasty individual remind me. Hey, it wouldn't, you put two and two together, and then you get to think about somebody like Orton, Piper. It could be in charge of savagery. You never know.
Well, there is some analyzation, if you will, from one Junkyard Dog regarding the upcoming card this Tuesday night here in Syracuse at the War Memorial. As we speak right now, of course, plenty of good seats available. Cowboy Bob Orton to meet the Junkyard Dog tag team action and a whole lot more. Fans, stay tuned. We're going to be right back. Very controversial Brutus Beefcake. Pedro Morales, the veteran, to go against Tiger Chung Lee. Randy Macho Man Savage. Boy, does this guy have surprises. Not only what we saw this week, but what he's promised us in the future. Randy Savage to meet Quick Draw Rick McGraw, and Leapin' Lanny Poffo, an exciting, electric individual to go against veteran Rene Goulet. Jimmy Hart, mouth of the South, come on in if you would, please. I noticed your man, Bret Hart and Jim Neidhart, going up against the very impressive Killer Bees.
You know, I learned what you said. I love that you said, run, 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 get your tickets now, right? Be there or be square, right? Let me tell you something, the Killer Bees. Oh, but, you know, what happened? You know, I don't understand you. You know, you stand here talking about the British Bulldogs about a month ago. Look what happened to them after the Hart Foundation got a hold of them. Davy Boy's not here anymore because he's got fractured ribs.
Wait a minute, you're making fun of everybody. You're making fun of me as an announcer. I don't know. What about you?
What about me? What about me?
I don't know. The bicycle chain snap? You tell me.
You wouldn't talk that way about me if Greg the Hammer Valentine was here, would you? Let me tell you something, Killer Bees. You've got me hot now, Gene. Killer Bees, we've got a big surprise for you. And oh, look, here he is.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
Oh, let me tell you something.
Wait a minute. Please, enough is enough.
We don't need a manager. Either does the Hart Foundation.
Very good. Thank you. Please, gentlemen, a little decorum, please, if I could request that. We're not going to be hearing, I believe, from Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Brunzell, you and B. Brian Blair this coming Tuesday night here in Syracuse, going up against members of the Hart Foundation in Bret the Hitman Hart and Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
That's right, Gene. We've got a lot to prove in the WWF, and right now we're going against a real tough team. And it's going to be 2 against 2. We're not anticipating any trouble from the mouth of the South, but you never know what'll happen.
He's got that cockamamie bullhorn that he carries around with him all the time.
Well,
I'll tell you what, I get a headache when he starts rattling on with that thing.
You know, that's one thing in tag team situations. You have to have full intentions and concentration on your opponents. You can't be distracted.
Exactly. He is a distraction.
Exactly. And, you know, Brian and I have, between us, although it doesn't look it, with our youthful appearance, have got over 20 years of experience, and we know about managers. We know how they can interfere, and what we have to do is put them in the back of our mind and concentrate on the Hitman and the Anvil Jim Neidhart. They're tough, without a doubt.
I know you're a big Bruce Springsteen fan, but my word, please face our television cameras if you would. Eddie Cochran, the late Eddie Cochran.
I don't like Elvis. I don't like Elvis.
Please.
You don't like
Give me a
Elvis.
break. Enough is enough. Jimmy Hart back here babbling again. War Memorial, Syracuse this Tuesday night. The World Wrestling Federation